Guys, welcome back. Today we are going to solve a problem which is from standard costing 14 mark problem including all the variances, and we are going to learn about the reconciliation part also in this, which is per standard to actual. And we also have one problem from JIT, which is just in time. Okay, so we'll see one by one. Okay, what they have said in the question: Dotson Limited has a manufacturing division which makes a product to which the following details are related. Okay, so direct material they have given, and direct material, direct labor, variable overheads have been given. Relevant fixed overheads are based at 1 lakh per month. Okay, we have a fixed overhead of 1 lakh rupees. Okay, 1 lakh per month. Okay, and then planned outputs is budgeted units, which is 2000 units, and then selling price they have been given, which is rupees 550 per unit. During a recent month when output was 1800 actual units, 1800 units. Okay, so the actual cost were incurred. Actual cost they have given the actual cost details also, and then they have asked us to analyze the variances occurred during the month. Okay, they are asking us to calculate only for the month. Reconcile the actual profit with the standard profit. So they have given the budget data, they have given the budget data as well as the actual data also. We have been given with the output of actuals. This is the connecting bridge of both the budget and actuals, and creates the form which is standard. Okay, so first how this problem going to be is, we'll follow a 3-step approach, a 4-step approach, I think. Okay, 4-step approach. Calculate standard cost for actual output. This is our first base. For every kind of every kind of problem like this, we have to create this. Okay, and then standard cost for 1 unit, actual units, and actual cost that we have to prepare, and then we have to find all variances, and then we have to reconcile. That's it. The problem will be over. We would have been earned in the situation of 14 marks. Okay, now we'll start with the first step, which is standard cost for actual output. Here's the particulars. Standard price, which is nothing but this. Okay, standard price for the actual output, which is actual quantity. We'll get the SP into AQ. Oh, what's the question is? So question has been given. 1 minute. That question here. Okay guys, I have placed the question in the another sheet, so it will be useful for us to refer. Okay, So now what's the particulars we have been taken? Direct material is direct materials, direct labor, variable overhead, fixed overhead, standard. Okay, what's the selling price? 100, 240, 120. What's the fixed overhead rate? Which is fixed overhead prices? They have given that budgeted fixed overhead, which is 1 lakh, divisible by budgeted units. Divisible by 2000, which is 50. 50 is the selling price. Sorry, 15 is the 15 is the standard price. Okay, then actual quantity is 1800 for everything. Multiply this 1800 into 100, 1,80,000, 4,32,000, 2,16,000, 90,000. What's the total cost? Which is 9,18,000. This is the total cost. Okay, and they are selling at the price of rupees 550. Okay, add a profit. This is cost. Add a profit. We'll be getting the sales value. $550 into 1,800. Which is 9,72,000. The profit would be 9,90,000. The profit portion would be 72,000. Okay, yes. Now we have found out everything. The thing is, actual cost also they have been given in the question, which is 9,10,000 is the actual cost. 9,50,000 is the total sales value. So what's the variance that we are going to find out now? So step 1 over, we have found out the standard cost for our actual output. Okay, now step 2 is standard cost for 1 unit, standards for for 1 unit, standards for actual units, actuals. First material comes how much units? 1,800 units. Okay, standards for 1 unit is standard price into standard quantity, standard price into standard quantity, actual price into actual quantity. Okay, what's the standard price for 1 unit? Okay, 5. Standard quantity, standard price is 20 into 5, which is rupees 100. Okay, so same standard selling price will be for when it comes to actual units also. Standard price remains same. Standard quantity, there is a problem. Okay, standard quantity just SP into SQ, right? That standards for actual cost, we have to take this value 1,80,000. That's why we have found out the standards for actual output, and we are using the same for actual output here. Okay, so 1,80,000 divisible by 20, which is 9,000, is the quantity. right? Now what's the actual price? Actual price in the question given is, actual price not given, we have to find out what's the actual quantity. 8500 kg, 1,72,000. 1,72,000 divided by 8,500, which is 20.235. Okay, yes, we got the values now. Next we will go to the labor for actual units. Same, standard hours, standard rate, standard hours into standard rate, standard hours, standard rate, standard hours into standard rate, actual hours, actual rate, actual hours into actual rate. Okay, now what's the standard hours? Standard hours is, standard hours for 1 unit 12 hours, so standard rate 20, total 240. What's the standard hour for standard rate is similar 20. What's the standard hours? To calculate standard hours, we need the labor for actual units. Okay, labor cost for actual units, which is 4,32,000 divisible by 20, which is 21,600 hours. Then comes actual hours, which is 20,000 hours given in the question itself. Actual rate is, we have to compute. Okay, 4,20,000 they also given. So 4,20,000 divisible by 20,000, which is 21. Yes, we have found it. Then variable overheads for actual units. Structure same like a labor for actual units. So what's the standard hour for 1 unit, which is 12. Same hours will continue here. Standard rate 10, 120 is the standard hour into standard rate. Okay, what's the total standard hour for 1,800 units? Obviously it will come also, it will be also same like 21,600. Standard rate would be 10, total 2,16,000. Yes, okay. Then actual hours is given in the question is 20,000, same like labor. And then what's the actual overheads? 2,20,000. Then 2,20,000 by 20,000, which is 11. Then comes fixed overhead for actual units. Now fixed overhead different structure. Budgeted hours, actual hours, standard hours for actual production, recovery rate, budgeted overhead, actual overhead, absorbed overhead. What's the budget overhead given in the question? Budget fixed overhead. Budgeted fixed overhead is 1 lakh. What's the budgeted hours? Budgeted hours is 12 into 2,000. Which is 24,000 hours. Okay, 1 lakh divisible by 24, which is 1 lakh divisible by 24,000, which is 4.1667. Then comes actual hours. Actual overhead given in the question is 98,000. What's the actual hours? 20,000 into number of units 1,800. So directly we can put 20,000 hours. It's for total units only. Then comes standard hours of actual production. What's the standard hours of actual production? Which is 21,600. Okay, same value. Recovery rate is follows for below also. Multiply this 21,600 into 4.1667, which is 90,000. Okay, so yes, we have found all the values. Now difference of this is the cost, fixed overhead cost variance. This is expenditure variance. This to this volume variance. Okay, SH of standard hours of actual production to actual hours into RR is efficiency variance, and sorry, this to this into RR is capacity variance. Okay, now we'll slowly calculate for fixed overheads. Now comes the step 3. Okay, FCV. $90,000 minus $98,000, which is 8,000 adverse. Expenditure V, which is 1 lakh minus 98,000, which is 2,000 favorable. Then 90,000 minus 1 lakh, which is 10,000 adverse. This is also favorable only. Sorry, this is adverse only. Okay, then comes fixed expenditure variance, which is fixed efficiency variance 21,600 minus 20,000 into 4.1667. 6666 favorable. This is capacity variance, which is 20,000 minus 24,000 into 4.1667. Okay, this is 16,666 adverse. Okay, they have calculated everything now. Same like, let's calculate for variable overheads. For variable overheads, we have a structure: standard rate, actual rate, standard hour, actual hour, standard rate into standard hour, standard rate into actual hour, actual rate into actual hour. This part is rate, this part is efficiency. Also we can call it as expenditure. Okay, now rate or efficiency, anything we can put. Now variable cost variance, which is SR into SH. Okay, we'll save this first. SR into SH, SR into AH, AR into AH. What's SR into SH? SR into SH is 4 lakh variable overheads we are doing now. Okay, we are doing labor overheads. No, 2,16,000 we have to take. 2,60,000 and then 2,20,000. What's the standard rate? 10 What's the actual hours? 2 lakh. So 2 lakh 20,000 rupees. 2 lakhs. Now variable cost variance is equal to SR into SH minus AR into AH. Okay, 4,000 adverse. Then variable expenditure variance, which is SR into AH, then AR into AH minus AR into AH, which is 20,000 adverse. Variable efficiency variance, okay, which is SR into SH into SR into AH, which is 16,000 favorable. Okay, that's it, you have found. Then comes labor overheads. For labor also the same formula. Oh, sorry. SR into SH, SR into AH, AR into AH. Okay, right? What's the SR into SH? Which is 4,32,000, 4,20,000. Then standard rate into actual hours, which is 4 lakhs. Now labor cost variances SR into SH minus AR into AH. Difference is 12,000 favorable. Then labor rate variance is SR into AH minus AR into AH, which is 20,000, which is adverse. Then comes labor efficiency variance, which is SR into SH into SR into AH, 32,000 adverse. Sorry, favorable. Okay, 4,32,000 minus 40,000. Then comes material overheads. Material also same thing. Selling price into standard price into standard quantity, standard price into actual quantity, actual price into actual quantity. What's the standard price into standard quantity? Which is 1,80,000, 1,72,000. What's the SP into AQ? Which is 20 into 8,500, 1,70,000. Yield cost variance SP into SQ minus AP into AQ, which is 8,000 favorable. Material price variance, which is SP, AP, SQ, AQ. This is price SP into AQ minus AP into AQ, which is 2,000 adverse. then material usage variance, which is SP into SQ minus SP into AQ. 10,000 favorable. Yes, now we have found out everything. Then the last thing, which is sales variance, we have to calculate. Sales variance, what they have asked us to find out is sales margin variance. For sales margin variance, the thing what we have to do is budgeted price into budgeted price, budgeted quantity, BP into BQ, budgeted price, actual quantity, which is standardized, okay, BP into AQ. Then comes actual price. Actual price won't come. Budgeted price, okay, actual price only. Actual price into actual quantity. Actual price into actual quantity. Okay, what's the budgeted price? Budgeted price is, but before that, here in this problem we are dealing with the budget margin, no? So let's make it budget margin, actual margin. How we can calculate this budgeted margin? Budgeted cost minus, budgeted price minus budgeted cost. Actual margin, actual price minus budgeted cost only. We are not transferring the, we are evaluating the performance of sales, so we should not we should not take the actual cost here, right? What's the budget margin here? What's the budgeted price first of all, which is 550 minus what's the budgeted cost? Budgeted cost is, this is cost given in the question is 100 plus 240 plus 120 plus 50, which is 510 is the budgeted cost. 40, budgeted quantity is 2000 units. 40 into 2000, which is 80,000. Then comes budget margin, which is also 40. What's the actual quantity? 1800. 40 into 1800, which is 72,000. Then comes actual margin. Actual price is what? Actual price is divisible by 1800, which is 527.78. okay, so 527.78 minus 510, which is 17.78 into actual price is, actual quantity is 1800, which is 32,000. okay, actual price is, actual quantity is 1800. Yes, we have found now. The thing is, what we have to do is we have to prepare the chart. Standard price, budgeted price, actual price, but budgeted quantity, actual quantity, budget price into budgeted quantity, budgeted price into actual quantity, actual price into actual quantity. but since here we are used to margin here, make it as margin. Okay, this is price, this is volume. What's the sales margin price variance, which is BM into AQ minus AM into AQ, which is 40,000 favorable. Sales margin volume variance, which is BM into BQ minus BM into AQ, which is 8,000 favorable. Then sales margin cost variable, sorry, sales margin variable, the whole, okay, which is 80,000 minus 32,000, which is 48,000 favorable. Yes, this came correct. Now everything we have found out. Now the thing what we have to do is just we have to arrange in a reconciliation table to check whether those profit is reconciling or not. What's the standard profit here? Standard profit is 1800 units into 40, I think. Yes, no, 40. Yes, 72,000. Here the another thing is we have to use the opposite symbols. If 80,000 minus 32,000 is becoming a positive figure, we have to make it as negative. Positive, make it as negative. Positive, make it as negative. Okay, that is a logic, but I'm not explaining here now. We'll move on with the sum now. Okay, plus or minus. All favorables are plus here. First, profits in case of cost, favorable will be less. Okay, so what are all the favorable factors? I'll take the hit figures. 8,000 minus, there was no favorable cost variance, 8,000 adverse, 4,000 adverse, then comes 12,000 favorable, then comes material, which is 8,000 favorable, then comes here 48,000, 72,000 minus 8,000 minus 4,000 plus 12,000 plus 8,000 minus 48,000, which is 32,000. Yes, the actual profit we have arrived. That's it. We'll go to the next problem now. JIT is another easy problem only. The thing what we have to have in our mind is carrying cost for this problem dedicatedly, purchase price plus if there is any additional cost added, multiply with annual return. Our company funds are stuck with the stuck in the way of material by carrying it, so that return we have to check, plus holding cost also. This is our carrying cost per unit. If all things are unit, this is also unit. Then comes purchase cost, which is demand into price. Then comes ordering cost, which is number of orders into order cost per unit. Then comes holding cost holding cost comes, order size will come, divided by 2 into carrying cost per unit, then comes shortage cost, shortage units into rush cost. Okay, total this you will be getting the relevant cost. So that is what is given in the question. We have to check for current policy as well as JIT policy. Will be getting the answer. Okay, let's quickly see what's given in the question. Okay, 140 per packet. What's the purchase price? Okay, current policy, JIT policy. Purchase price is 140 in the question, and annual demand is 13,000. Return is 15%. Lead time is 2 weeks. Purchase order pass through cost, order pass through cost is 3 per order. Handling cost, which is 5.1. 100 packages. Okay, companies agrees to change, but 100 packages is the allowed by Vizon, which is the supplier, and then 1000 packages into 13 times. Additional cost is 5.5. Stock out cost, which is 50 video tapes per cost is rush order tape packages is rupees 4. So everything we have. 0.5 additional cost we are incurring for JIT. There is no for current policy. Then 0.15, 15% interest rate, 15% annual return rate, plus holding cost. Holding cost is 5.1. (140) into 0.15 plus 5.1, which is 26.1. 140.5 into 0.15 plus 5, which is 26.075%. Okay, then comes demand into price, which is current policy, then JIT policy. Demand is 1,300 units. Price is 140 or 140.5. 13,000 into 140, which is 18 lakh 20,000. 13,000 into 140.5, which is 18 lakh 26,500. Ordering cost, number of orders is 13 orders into order cost per unit is 3. In the JIT we are having 130 times per year into order cost is 3, which is 9. 130 into 3, which is 390. Then comes order size. Order size is 1000 here, divisible by 2 into carrying cost per unit, which is 26.1. 1500 into 6.1, which is 13,000 50. Then comes order size, which is 100. 100 divisible by 2 into 26.075 percentage. 9%, so 0.1. Okay, 50 into 26.075, which is 1303 0.75. Wait 1 minute. 140 in plus 0.5 into 0.15 plus 5.1, which is 175. Okay, 175. 100 divisible by 2 into 26.175, which is 08.75. Shortage units. Shortage units is nothing in case of current policy, because they have said there is no stock out under current purchase policy, but there is a stock out in JIT 50 units. So 50 into rush cost they are incurring rupees 200. Total it both the things 18,20,000 plus 9 plus 1,000 13,050, which is 18,33,059. 18,26,500 plus 390 plus 1308.75 plus 200, which is 18,28,39. This is cheap, this is costlier, so this we have to choose. That's it. Thank you.